Hey, what's up, survivors? Welcome to another Dune Awakening video. My name is Caruso. So glad that you're tuning in. As I was playing Dune today, I caught myself several times looking over at a resource that I have used a lot in the game, and I just wanted to either inform some of you about this in case you don't know that these exist, or at least maybe highlight a couple options for you in trying to navigate Arrakis and figure out where things are, where to go for tasks and contracts and all that kind of stuff, or whatever have you. But what I want to talk to you today about and what I want to show you is interactive maps. Now, I don't know if you're the kind that likes to use them or not. If you're maybe a little bit more of a survival hardcore junkie, you may not want to use third-party interactive maps, but just in case you get stuck somewhere or you just kind of want to figure out the lay of the land, interactive maps are a great way to supplement the way that you play. So let's go ahead and take a look at a couple of them here. All right, the first one that I have for you here is from Map Genie. Now let me go to Map Genie's main website because I really enjoy Map Genie. I've been using Map Genie for a few different games throughout the course of my gaming life and career. They do a really good job. They keep these maps updated quite frequently. As soon as new games drop out or pop out, they seem to get on them right away. As you can see here, this is just main page of Map Genie, and it's mapgenie.io is the address. You can see here they have Grounded 2, Titan Quest 2, and Mafia: The Old Country as far as recent releases. And of course, the game that we're looking at today is Dune Awakening. Now, Map Genie is free. You can pay to have account access, however it's not required. What I will say too though is there are some games and some maps that are locked behind their paid for version, so you just kind of want to double check if your game would want to do that. But since we're talking about Dune, you don't need that for Dune. When you open this up, this is what you're looking at. You're looking at the main map. Now you get Arrakis. If you look over here, upper left, Arrakis. You have access also to Arakeen and then Harko Village. Now, my assumption, based on my history and experience with Map Genie, is that they will eventually have the deep desert on here. Maybe not though, but just in case they don't, there is a great option for it, and you'll get ads on here too because it's for free. But they do not have the deep desert, but there is another resource, another website that has a great deep desert map. And then as DLCs and expansions roll out, I am quite confident that Map Genie will roll out maps for the new areas that'll be coming up in the next 6 to 12 months in Dune Awakening. But without further ado, when you first open this, everything's gonna be selected and you're gonna be like, holy cow, what in the world? So one thing I like to do, again, you don't have to do this, but this is what I like to do. First of all, I like to come over here on the upper left and I just like to hide all. This kind of just gives you a view of the whole entire map. And what I really like about this map compared to a couple others that I'm going to show you is not just like the toggle on, toggle off option, because all interactive maps should have that. But what I really like that this one does is if you scroll down for resources, it lists all the resources here that are available to mine or to find, but these are kind of related to minables. So if you click on aluminum ore, for example, it is going to show you the regions of the map where aluminum can be found. For me, this is really nice. Now, there's no way to put individual nodes down on this map because, as you know, storm blows by, especially the Coriolis every week, and it changes the spawn locations of the nodes. So they just put the regions in where they can be found. Same thing, you click on basalt, and it can be found there, and it's the same for all of these. This is a really nice function, especially if you're brand new to the game, you're just getting started, maybe you're trying to figure out where things are, where to go for them, how to progress, how to just kind of like, where do I go for this stuff? This map will really help you in that regard. Also, like a good interactive map, it has all these other things you can look for the schematic chests, and if you click on these, it will give you possible schematics that can show up in this particular in these particular chests. So that's really cool too. Kind of cuts down the time of you having to guess or maybe even look up other YouTube videos. But this is here. You can also kind of keep track of your progress. You can click on there too, and it'll the opacity of it will drop to show that that you're working on that. Of course, you have to have an account and you have to be logged in, and then that will track it. That will track it for you. And I think the pro account, let's just take a look really quick, see how much this is. $10 a year, so this is very, very cheap. Save yourself a coffee at a coffee shop and just get this for now, and you can have access not only to all these games but for the pro versions of them. Yeah, so Map Genie is my go-to. I really like this. Really quick and easy. I love the icons and the font. It's very easy to read and to see, and to navigate. So I really love this. I hope you'll love it too. Secondly, the second thing I want to look at is one that I sort of have briefly mentioned now, and that is a map of the deep desert. Where do you go? What do you use? How do you find out what's in the deep desert? If you don't have the time or don't want to spend the time going and scanning and surveying the deep desert yourself, there is a place that you can find this, and that is the Dune Awakening database. So you want to go to dune.gaming.tools/deep desert. I will put the links to each of these maps in the description, so don't worry about having to type these in, but I'll have those links for you down there. Really like this. This website is excellent for a lot of games, but for this one in particular, they weekly keep track of the deep desert node locations, and as you can see for this week, Funcom added nodes in the PVE area, which is below this red dotted line all the way up to half of row E, and they have gone through and they've put all the locations of where all these nodes are at for you. They'll give you the locations of the testing stations and the caves, the PvP crash site areas as well. So this is all here for you. And one thing they don't have in here, because it's sort of RNG with the spice field spawns, but there are spice fields that will spawn in this PvE area in the deep desert. But of course, those are sort of RNG, so that you can't really map where those are gonna pop up at. But this is really great if you want to find out what's what and where is where. This is a great map to use as well. And I'll give an honorable mention to two other websites and interactive maps that you can use. The first one here is on Dune Awakening's wiki page. So this one is here and available. This one looks really nice. It's easy to navigate. You have to control to zoom. I do like the icons. However, for me, I'm a little bit old, and so some of these icons are a little bit hard to see. You can click on them and see what they are. It gives you coordinates, although the coordinates probably don't matter so much because we don't have coordinates in game. But one thing that this map does do that I find is very helpful, especially in Haga Basin, is they do put spice field locations. Now, spice doesn't always spawn at these exact spots. However, these are the possible locations where spice can spawn. So it's kind of cool to know if you want to do a little bit of spice harvesting, but you don't want to go to the deep desert. You can definitely fly by these areas or drive by these areas if you're so daring, and check out these spawn locations. And I think there used to be one over here. I don't know if that went away in the game or if they just don't have it on the map, but there used to be a spot like here and here that it would spawn as well. But yeah, so this map is good in this regard. The only thing I think that this map is missing that Map Genie has is the regions where resources like aluminum, and you know, and copper and iron and all that kind of stuff, where they are. That's the only thing that this one does not do, is it doesn't show you the mineable resources. But other than that, give this one a look to, give this one a try, see how you like it, see if it works out for you. That's going to do it. I have essentially just kind of 3 map suggestions for you to help you along in your survival efforts in Dune Awakening. So if you found this video helpful, good information, please do me a huge favor, hit that like button, leave a comment if these are something that maps that you already use, if you like these, if you don't like these, or if there's other ones that you think are better, let me know. I want to check them out. Maybe I'll end up using them on substituting my good old staple of Map Genie. But yeah, thanks a lot for watching, tuning in. Have fun, stay safe out there, God bless, and we'll see you in the next one.